Good morning, students. In the last class, we have discussed about the syllabus. From today, we are going to start with the syllabus of SYBCom semester 4. Okay. So, as I told you, your first chapter is cooperative banking in India. Okay. So, before I start, let me revise what we have learned in our first year BCom. Okay. First year BCom में जो syllabus था वहाँ पे even for your second year BCom we have learned some structures. ओके हम लोगों ने स्ट्रक्चर पढ़े थे, उसमें हम लोगों ने देखा कि देयर इज़ अ स्ट्रक्चर फॉर दैट. ओके स्ट्रक्चर है, उसमें कोऑपरेटिव बैंकिंग आता है. तो एक्चुअली हम लोगों ने क्या पढ़ा? वी हैव लर्न अबाउट कोऑपरेटिव बैंक्स. ओके सो लेट्स सी व्हाट इज़ द मीनिंग ऑफ कोऑपरेटिव बैंक इन इंडिया. Okay, a cooperative bank is what? It is a financial entity. Okay, it is a financial institution. Okay, which belongs to a members. वहाँ पे members होते हैं. There are no, यहाँ पे ऐसा नहीं कि there are some directors and all, but they are the members who come together, who cooperate together, and they form a bank. Okay, that's why it is known as cooperative bank, because people come together and they form a bank. So a cooperative bank is a financial entity, okay, which belongs to the members who are the same time the owners and the customers of their bank. Okay, so cooperative banks are often created by person belonging to the same local or professional community or sharing a common interest. Okay, so cooperative bank is what? They are often created by a person. Okay, they are belonging to a same local or professional. जैसे कि they may be belonging to some profession, CA या doctors. Okay, or maybe they belong to one particular community or local. Okay, so that's why it is known as cooperative. Okay, so here cooperative banks जो है they generally provide their members with a wide range of banking and financial services, जैसे कि loan, deposits, banking accounts. Okay, so they will give you n number of services only for their members. Okay, so they are registered under Cooperative Societies Act 1912. Okay, and governed by Banking Regulation Act 1949 and Banking Laws Cooperative Society Act 1965. Okay, so this is the rule for them. Then they are organized and managed on the principle of cooperation, self-help, mutual help. Okay, so they are organized and managed on which principle? That is cooperation, self-help and mutual help. They function with the rule of one member, one vote. Okay, that is their rule. Now the function is on no profit, no loss basis. Okay, there will be no profit and there won't be any loss also. So cooperative banks as a principle do not pursue the goal of profit maximization. Okay, they will not do the profit maximization. Next is cooperative banks perform all the main banking functions of deposit mobilization, supply of credit and provision of remittance of facility. That is, they will transfer the funds from one place to another bank also. And cooperative banks जो है will provide limited banking products and are functionally specialist in agricultural related products. Okay, they are more into agricultural products. However, cooperative banks are there, they will now provide housing loans also. Okay, so this is the structure of cooperative bank in India. Okay, that is cooperative banking in India is a federal in its structure. Okay, it is federal. So here this is the structure. That is, first you have state cooperative bank, that is SCB. Second you have central cooperative bank, and third you have primary credit societies, that is PCS in villages and urban centers. Okay, so and non-agricultural credit societies. So the lower rung, they are primary credit societies in villages and urban banks. Okay, and other non-agricultural credit societies in cities. So then they are central cooperative banks at the district level. District level पे क्या रहता है, central cooperative bank in but before it they were non central bank को पहले क्या बोलते थे, district cooperative bank, but now it is changed to central cooperative banks. Okay, ये जो central cooperative bank they have a control over this primary credit societies. Whatever primary credit societies को अगर sanction करना है कुछ भी, then they have to approach the central cooperative bank, and central cooperative bank will run under the principles of state cooperative bank. That is he is the principal cooperative bank. Okay, so on the top there is a provincial or state cooperative bank in each state and known as the apex bank. So every state will have a state cooperative bank. Okay, so cooperative banks and another components of Indian banking organization originated in India with the enactment of Cooperative Credit Societies Act 1904. Okay, under this act a member of cooperative credit societies was started. So owing to the demand of cooperative credit, a new act was resolved in 1912 which provided for the establishment of cooperative central banks by union of primary credit societies and individual. In 1914 the Macklin committee was appointed to examine the cooperative movement and to make the recommendations regarding improvement of the movement. Okay, so it recommended the establishment of state cooperative apex bank. Okay, so further we will see what are the cooperative credit societies जो है. Okay, so they will work as a agricultural credit and non-agricultural credit. Okay, so most of the cooperative credit societies जो है they will provide help for the development of the agricultural credit. Okay, so agricultural credit they are divided again into two, that is short term and long term. Okay, so here there is short term and medium term credit, primary agricultural cooperative credit societies, district cooperative, central cooperative banks and state cooperative banks. Okay, for long term credit, that is primary land mortgage and development bank, grain bank and central land mortgage and development bank. Okay, so this is how they are divided for long term and short term and medium term credit. Okay, so they are divided into two parts. Then non agricultural credit जो है it will be under the control of state cooperative banks and state industrial cooperative banks, and this both come under control of central industrial bank. Okay, so this is the structure how it works. Okay, so ये जो primary agricultural cooperative societies जो है, okay, so they will provide short term, long term and medium term credit. Okay, now this short term credit will be up to for a period of 15 months. Okay, and medium term जो credit है it will be ranging between 16 months and 5 years. Okay, and long term will be more than 5 years. Okay, so this is how it works. So basic objectives and functions will be to give loan to their members, only they will give loan to their members. Okay, to keep a watch on disposal of loan, जो लोन है उसको जो डिस्पोज किया है उस पर वॉच रखना, मतलब कहाँ जा रहा है, किस पर्पज़ के लिए लोन यूज़ कर रहा है, टू कलेक्ट द डिपॉजिट. ओके, टू रेज शेयर कैपिटल, जो शेयर कैपिटल है उसको बढ़ाने के लिए, टू सप्लाई एग्रीकल्चरल इनपुट. ओके, टू प्रोवाइड एसेंशियल गुड्स, टू मेक रिकवरी ऑफ लोन्स, टू मेक अरेंजमेंट एंड स्टोरेज एंड सेल ऑफ गुड्स. ओके, सो दीज आर सम ऑफ द फंक्शंस. ओके, नाउ दिस ये जो है ओके दे आर फेसिंग सम प्रॉब्लम्स ऑल्सो, दे मे go into loss, their management can be poor. Okay, their members can be poor, so there can be many defects. Okay, so and this ये जो cooperative societies है, as I told you we have just discussed about the what we have learned before. Okay, in the next class we will start with the portion what is there for you all for your cooperative banking in India for semester 4. Sorry. Now this cooperative banks जो है okay, they have some principles, okay, based on that principle they will operate. That is, there is voluntary association and open membership, there is equality, okay, यहाँ पे partiality नहीं होगी, there will be service motive, democratic control, self help through mutual help, distribution of surplus, limited interest on capital. Okay, so these are some of the points that on this principle they will work. Okay, so in the next class we will discuss with the portion of your semester 4.